everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Today is Thursday, the 18th of February, 2021.
Yeah.
And I'm coming to you from Pennsylvania.
And I'm coming to you from Texas, where the apocalypse is.
Well, you're pretty lucky because your electricity's on.
I am lucky. And I just got back from being out and about, and I was talking to someone in one of the stores, and he was saying his electricity, I think that's why that store was open, because his electricity's out, and the owner lets them all come up there and kind of hang out for the day because to keep warm. But
Oh.
yeah.
So, do you have a boil alert where you have to boil your water? Because some people do.
No, and we have been lucky. I think when this is over, and it should be over tomorrow. It's probably going to end tomorrow because the sun is supposed to come out, and the sun will. I'm not singing that. The sun just usually takes the rest of the snow out, and
Gonna melt it.
The thing about Texas is because I've had people say to me, you should have planned better. Well, I've lived here 20 years. And if they say it's going to snow, it might snow a little bit, but it's gone in a few hours, in an hour and a half from the sun. And, if they say we're getting a cold front, you're talking about 36 to 40 degree weather. We've been seeing, negative weather. We've been down at 1 with the wind chills of negative, I don't know, because I don't stay on top of that, except that I go outside with the dog and I just want to die. But it's been a very unusual, and there's not a lot of movement here. It's so funny because I called you and I was telling you I was trying to I have this sinus thing going on. I was trying to go to the drugstore. The drugstore's closed. It's the way things are, because the drugstore's closed, but Giovanni's is open. You can get your Italian food if you want it. Most things it's kind of hit or miss. A lot of restaurants are closed. You can tell because if you drive by like a Wendy's that's open, the line just goes all the way around the building. But because I don't know if I told you this, but I thought, maybe Panera's open. I really wanted soup.
Oh yeah.
I drove all the way to Killeen to see if Panera was open or not open. And the highways are fine. I mean, I'm flying down the highway. It's the back roads that are still pretty bad. But
yeah. Well, what you said about preparing is that the thing about the southern states is there's not much that individual people can do to prepare because there's no infrastructure that can deal. The infrastructure there can't deal with the snow and the ice.
Yeah, but they were talking about groceries, which I eat mostly fresh foods, and so
that's
I
why
go
you
there.
should garden.
Well, yeah, but I go there like 3 times a week, and so I sent you a picture. So I went there Tuesday. I've been driving like every
Maybe
other
I'll put
day.
the picture in here. You'll see. Tell
right
us
here.
about here. What's the picture? Tell us about it.
So Tuesday, I venture out to go to the grocery store. Now, first of all, this is when people were just starting to move around. And so if you don't know how to drive on the snow, you really shouldn't be out there. You know what I mean? Or look up some lessons, because I'm telling you, I had this. Sorry guys, but these Texas know-it-all men that are really aggressive in their driving. I had this guy on my butt in these back roads, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to like send it through osmosis or something. Please back off, because we're about to go down a hill to a stop sign and a main street. So I start pumping my brake. This guy, and he just misses me and goes over to the left.
At the
So
stop
lucky
sign.
Yeah, at the stop sign, because he can't stop. He tried, he tried to just push his brake down. You can't push your brake all the way down in snow and ice. It doesn't work. It locks up. You have to pump. And so he's lucky nobody was turning and that he actually stopped before the road because somebody was coming up the road. So that was fun getting there. All the lights were out on the way because Copper's Cove was pretty much, their power failure was early on. So all the lights were out. So there's these long lines at every light and you're just like, okay, all right. And you get to the store and the parking lot's not clear because we don't live up north where they have those machines and those trucks. I mean, I've lived in both places and people want to pick on the South, but I will tell you what, I mean, we're kind of badass because we don't have that stuff. We don't have it, and we're still out there trying to take care of our families. And so you park in the parking lot, and I go in, and the picture that you just saw is what I see. The whole fresh food area is empty because the trucks aren't coming in. And so I had to, shop in ways that I'm not used to shopping, kind of just, well, I got meat, and then I got extra bread, stuff like that is not like my norm. Like I prefer to eat fresh, I would have preferred to be able to make soup, stuff like that. And then you get done, oh my God. The lines were all the way, you've been in this HEB, the lines went all the way back to the back aisle.
HEB!
Right? So I'm in line for an hour to check out. And
I would have been gone.
I needed the food. And then I get outside and I wasn't even thinking. I'm pushing my car and I'm like, oh crap. So here I get a big old workout because I didn't park close. A big old workout, pushing my cart through all the snow and ice to try to get to my car. And, getting out of a parking lot full of snow and ice and going back through, it took 3 hours. It's a 20-minute drive normally to this place. It's a 20-minute shopping trip, maybe a 10-minute in line. I mean, so it's just, everything was out. And so it's just, that being said, I think the power companies are kind of crappy. I mean, how do you, seriously,
I've seen so many news things about what's going on with the power company.
Because we were warned on Thursday that they were going to do rolling outages, that they were required to do rolling outages. I did not have one rolling outage, not one rolling outage. Not one time did I wake up and my stove was blinking. Okay.
Well, I know some people are having them. Probably all the people are having them.
Yeah, they're having rolling outages and they're having big outages.
Oh, yeah, I know some people are completely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been I hope that my power does stay on because, if it was just me, I can survive. I'm fine, but I have a disabled dog. I have kids. The kids, I could, tell them to put extra clothes on, but I just don't know how I would keep the dog warm,
Yeah.
And it just worries me, that kind of thing. But
a few years ago, our power was out for like, I don't remember if it was 3 or 4 days, and it was the middle of the winter. So we were using the fireplace, and Bob had to go to a hotel because he has to have that machine. But then I went with him sometimes, but then I came back because the kids were here. I don't remember. I think.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to stay with the animals. I wanted to stay with the animals too. I wanted to stay with Sonny because Sonny wasn't doing too well. So, but then do I want to stay with Sonny? Do I want to stay with Bob? I don't know. I understand the stress that you go through. Trust me.
Yeah.
And then trying to cook, I think we get out a camp stove and we're cooking things on that, or just eating easy to eat things,
Yeah, I don't even have that stuff. Like most people down here, we don't have backup things. We don't have a backup generator. We don't have a wood stove. We don't have these kinds of things. We don't have our fire. Like I have a fireplace. I don't have wood ready for my fireplace. And you're not going to find that anywhere right now. And
there's
so
no
it's
wood
just,
that falls in your back area.
it's all soaked right now.
I mean, you don't have to clear it up or anything?
Not really, no, because you're talking, no. But yeah, because we don't prepare for this kind of thing. It's just not normal for us
Yeah,
to prepare for this.
definitely not normal to have snow that
And,
lasts more than a day there.
I know it's been like a week, right? Oh God, yeah. Hopefully, I feel like tomorrow is gonna clear up with that big old sunshine.
I hope so.
But we were out. We didn't lose power, but we lost internet and cell. So for about 3 days, the cell would come in. I could sometimes text and talk, but I'd get cut off all the time on the phone. I couldn't open anything. I couldn't look what was in my bank account. I couldn't, do anything. I couldn't get online in any way, shape, or form. So finally, that's kind of back. We're kind of doing okay with, of course, because I'm on here, but that was the kids went nuts.
What?
The kids about went nuts. They about went nuts. Like there's nothing to do. I'm like, well, we could play a board game or something. No, this is boring.
Oh, my kids pick out the board games when the power goes out. They love playing board games.
Well, I have the wrong kids, huh? I'm like,
they play video games, but they also play board games. So I don't know.
I can't imagine. Could you imagine when back in the 80s, if we saw the way kids acted now when the power went out, we'd be like, what the hell is your problem? There's snow out there. and you can play board games and you can play silly things with your flashlights and stuff. We thought it was the coolest thing.
Oh yeah. Murder in the dark.
Oh my God.
That time I fell into the hamper. It was like this really loud crash and boom. And Nettie's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Of course I'm not okay." I was like upside down, and it was like my back was the first thing that went into the hamper. So my head is up like this. My legs are straight up out of the thing. I couldn't get out of it. I had to push the thing over for me to get out. Are you okay?
I mean,
it sounded like somebody just fell down a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but you thought you were funny all the time when we were young, and you would do things to pretend. And so
yeah, that's true.
I
used to play jokes on her all the time. I was a naughty sister.
You have no idea. She was horrid. Horrid.
I always think about the eyeball thing when we were watching that creature double feature, and somebody in the movie, somebody's eyeball was rolling around, and I took a ball and I was rolling it around in the dark. And
I still have an eyeball thing. It just grosses me out.
Well,
okay, yeah, that was horrible. You were so mean, and I was little. I was maybe in first grade.
You're only 18 months younger than me. Holy
so what? Yeah, but you know what? It wasn't even just you, because those people who were supposed to be looking out for our well-being did the same shit.
They did it too. Stuff. Do you remember all the weird stuff they did?
I remember. I don't think you want me to say.
Yeah, I don't think we should say on here. We've seen some things, but it still wasn't any more than we'd seen at younger ages. So.
I know, like people oh God, it's ridiculous. the things we saw.
Oh, the memories. Oh, the memories.
Oh my God.
We shouldn't live in the past. We should enjoy the present.
I'm enjoying the present, I guess. I mean, it is, we are in the apocalypse in Texas here. Like, I thought it was bad a week ago.
Don't say that.
Coronavirus.
There are people that think it's the end of the world. So.
that. I'm just saying, there's nothing, like, everything's closed right now. Yeah, and I worry about, we do have neighbors who have electricity off, and Andrew came to me about his friend yesterday, said, their power's out. And I said, why would he not be here 2 days ago when his power went out? And he's still not here. I don't think he's coming. But
well, I mean, a lot of people want to stay quarantined, or maybe he wants to stay with his family.
no, maybe the first part, not the second. He does not want to stay with his family.
Okay.
That kid would live here if he could. But no, I mean, it gets a little tiring to be sitting in the cold. Your body works extra hard and
Yeah.
can't do much.
We got more snow here overnight, and Bob was just out there shoveling it. So.
Well, and the National Weather Service is lying on us. This the second time I've seen it say it's snowing here, and it has snow going down on my weather app, and there's no snow. Like this morning.
Maybe it's right down the street and you can't.
No, I just drove through everything. There's no snow going on. And they did that, was it yesterday or the day before too? It's snowing right now. No, it's not. What do you mean it's snowing? Yeah.
Well, they kept saying there was an ice storm here, and it ended up that it was mostly down in Delaware County and parts of Montgomery County. So, like, a lot of things closed around here because they said the roads were going to be impassable, but nothing really happened up here in this area. I will say this, though. It's weird that it's been much colder in Texas than it is here in Pennsylvania.
It's been much colder in Texas than it has been in Vermont. It has been much colder in Texas than it has been in Montreal. I send them pictures. I have a friend that lives in Vermont, and then,
You have several friends that live in Vermont.
Yeah, but he's up in Montreal right now. And so I'm sending them pictures like every day. Look, it's colder here than there. It should never be colder in Texas than it is in Vermont, okay? It should never, ever. Yeah.
I feel bad for there's a lot of homeless people that have been dying in Texas. I don't know if you know about that. They've been trying to round them up and put them different places, and then the power goes out at different places. And I think they have a bunch of them sent to a stadium right now.
I don't even know if this is very nice to follow up with. I don't know, because I haven't been able to watch the news, and I don't watch the news anyway, but I haven't been able to keep up with that stuff. But I have watched in my my backyard is kind of a bird sanctuary. There's so many birds back there. And I've been watching them dying. It's not, I mean, it bothers the crap out of me.
Yeah, they're supposed to be on vacation.
I know. When I was driving today, they were flying around, and I was just making stuff up, and I'm like the husband said, "Hey, are you sure we're in the right place, Martha?"
The husband bird.
Yeah. It's the same place we go every year.
Martha. We always say Martha, don't we?
Which is what Andrew named that cat. Oh my God. And then he wanted to name her, hold on, Martha, Rosemary. I said, what? Like Rosemary's Baby? And he just looked at, when you use these references and kids just
they don't know.
Like, I know, because one day I said to him, do you want to drive Miss Daisy? And he's like, who's Miss Daisy, Mom? Like, Mom, what is that? Something about a murder or something?
You
don't want me to name it? Oh, I don't want to watch it. No,
you don't watch it. Stick them in a room with the.
He would like it. These kids love that kind of stuff. I don't. Yeah, he'd be all right with that.
Well, speaking of
Martha Rosemary. Go ahead.
Is that the whole name? Because my middle son likes to put like 5 names in there. Like
what's he like?
What does he call him? Ernesto. Like it's a whole long Spanish name that he gave Ernie.
It's a Catholic thing.
Huh?
It's a Catholic thing. It's like you're baptizing a damn dog.
What did you say? It's Ernesto Salvador? Ernesto Salvador, and then there's like another name after. But I call him Mr. Sandoval Hassenpfeffer. We have so many names for the dog. We call him Piggy because he makes the pig noises.
I bet you he'll come to any name, especially if you have food.
He just comes over because he thinks you got food.
Yeah.
He's always looking for food, you know.
Oh yes, they all are. They all are.
Speaking of movie remakes, I watched a trailer for a movie today and a trailer for a movie yesterday, and both of them are kind of remakes. The one yesterday was Cruella. Have you seen this? It's like Cruella de Vil, but it's just Cruella.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's starring Emma Stone, who I like. But I watched the preview and it looked like a movie for a Batman villain. Like, like you have to watch the preview. Maybe I'll put a link to it below.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to see that, although I do like Emma Stone. But the other one was today. I saw there's a movie coming out this year for Mortal Kombat, which we saw. I love Mortal Kombat so much, the video game. When I was in high school and college, I used to hang out at the arcade and play Mortal Kombat all the time. Usually as Scorpion. Scorpion, get over here. I'm leaning into the mic again. Get over here.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I thought I'm not going to watch this again. And then I watched the preview and I'm like, Mortal Kombat. The other one's still going to be a classic to me. But
yeah,
I guess now's not really a good time to put out new movies that aren't remakes because it's hard to get to theaters and stuff. It's hard to get the attention for it, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any movies you're looking forward to seeing?
Not really. I have no idea what movies are out or were out or are coming out. I have no idea.
I'm still catching up on movies from last year. I haven't seen Wonder Woman 1984 yet because it's still $20 to rent it. So I'm gonna wait till it's down to $5. Well, they did that because they weren't doing a wide release.
I know. I know. I did that once. I paid $20 to rent a movie once.
Which movie?
And I was like, I don't remember. I don't remember. It was last year sometime.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what, this is stupid. I'm not spending $20. I don't have this kind of money to be spending $20 on a movie. And nobody's watching it with me. It would be different if the whole family wanted to sit in on it, but they don't. So yeah.
Yeah. What can you do? Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up on last year's movies. So the only two I can think of right now that I've seen, I know I've seen more, but the two I can, well, I know I saw The Gentleman. I don't know if that's a 2020 or a 2019. I loved that movie. That's a Guy Ritchie movie. And I saw Soul, which is an animated movie. That was pretty good. My youngest son and I watched that together. And I saw Devil All the Time, which is, I want to say it's kind of depressing, but I don't know how to fit it into any category. Bob was asking me, like, what kind of movie is it? I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, the guy gets out of World War II and he had seen some crazy stuff and it like affects him. And you see how it's post World War II, so you see how poor people are living and there's bad stuff going on all around him, but what's the levels of bad? You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of movies. And it has an interesting feel to it. But at the end of the movie, you don't feel better or worse. You don't. There's some stuff that sticks with you that makes you think about things, but not for very long. The acting's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Um.
Who stars in it?
Oh God, I gotta think of the names. The two. Well, there's three. There's three big characters. Oh God, let me look it up on the side here. Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, and Bill Skarsgård are the three biggest names in it. And I like Bill Skarsgård. So. Even though he played Pennywise in the latest It. Did you watch the latest It movies?
No, I don't watch that.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch horror movies.
I don't watch horror movies. I don't know why
I don't watch horror movies.
I
know you're picking on me.
Huh? What about old ones? You don't like the old ones? Did they give you the worst memories?
No, it's not that. It's just I'm just too empathic. I'm telling you, if someone falls in a movie, it's like my stomach falls. It's so weird, and I know it's not even real.
Well,
I'm not watching murders and stuff like that. It's not happening. Not my thing.
I think because we watched stuff so early, we saw stuff so early, I always have the thing in my head saying it's not real. And like part of my brain is thinking, how did they set up this shot? You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about all the technical stuff in it. Oh, another thing I saw was Tenet. I saw that. My son just said it's probably because I played so much Mortal Kombat. That was considered very gory back in the day, and it's like nothing now. Because they'd have these special kills that would do extra goriness, you know.
Yeah, and now, okay.
But real stuff, I don't like watching real stuff. I've accidentally seen some real stuff. Did not like it. Did not like it.
What do you mean, like that people put on up that like they really? I don't understand why
Daniel
people do
Pearl
that.
getting killed. I saw live the stuff happening with the second plane going into the.
Yeah,
tower.
I know.
I saw people jumping.
That wasn't fun.
Yeah, it's
I know.
It's stressful. Hey, kittens and puppies. Think of lovely things like kittens and puppies.
Yeah.
Woo, kittens and puppies. Woo.
I want lots of kittens to play with and send back to the store. I don't know. I don't want kittens. I don't want a bunch of kittens.
You don't want a bunch of kittens? Just that cat that's in your house? A cat has invaded my sister's house. It came to her yard. It took over her yard, and then it got so cold outside, she's like, I gotta get this cat in the house. So now she's got a strange cat in her house taking over. You know how cats are. They like to take over.
Yeah, but you know what? Nutmeg cannot stand her. Nutmeg does not like other cats. And so
I haven't heard you talk about her in so long. I didn't know she was still alive. Isn't that?
She's still alive. So she has to stay in Dylan's room when the other cat's in. But now Andrew's been taking this cat into his room. And it's so funny because she'll wake him up and she wants to go out. She'll wake him up. But that's good though. She hasn't gone in the house or anything.
Well, Felix used to do that. He used to bite my toe. And I said, the cat's not being in my room anymore. I can't do it. I'm not getting woken up by a cat biting my toe.
I don't want any animals in my room while I sleep. That does not happen. No animals are in my room when that's my sleep time. No.
That's right.
Yeah. Nope. No way, no how.
So do you have you developed any weird habits or hobbies during the lockdown? The reason I said that was because remember those videos where I was showing different sustainable things I've been trying.
Yeah, weird. I don't know about weird, but I've been watching, videos, and I don't do that. I don't sit in front of it. I have an iPad, and I have, so when I have this service on it, this TV service on. I don't know what it is. It's through Apple. And I watch things, and I don't normally do that. I don't normally sit and watch TV, so that's not a good habit. But
Oh, they're like TV shows? It's not, I thought you meant
yeah,
like
it has no. It has some normal channels, but nothing like ABC or anything. So I can't really get any sports or anything. Not that I watch sports, but I wanted to see I did see the Super Bowl
he's
on
all
Yahoo
about the
Sports.
ice hockey,
I mean, I can't see anything on that. And it has, like Discovery and it has Hallmark. It does have Hallmark. So
There you go. He says, my youngest son says you should watch Amazing Race. Somebody he listens to.
Yeah, that's a regular
in one of the
channel.
seasons. Huh?
Oh, that's a regular channel though.
Well, yeah, Amazing Race was like an award winner for a long time. But
I mean, I try new things. I try new recipes. I make up. So I do this thing where I've been more creative, we'll say. I'll make up a recipe in my head and I get so excited and I go to make the recipe and I'm like, I made this whole. No, that's not. You didn't make that up. That's been a recipe. Like, you know what? I made it up. It's my recipe.
there you go. Does it taste good? That's the important part.
Yes. Because that's what I'll do. I'll just start seeing and smelling and feeling the ingredients together. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to put that together. And then I do it and I think I made something up, but I didn't. So I can't exactly write a cookbook is what I'm saying. There's nothing new under the sun.
I know my cookbook would be full of other people's recipes. I only have a couple recipes that I made up. Huh?
I've tried I think you should try the cauliflower rice. And someone sent me a recipe for that. And this is what I do when I use a recipe, right? I'll read the entire recipe and then I don't ever look at it again. I just remember, oh, I need these ingredients. I might look at it for an ingredient, but I know what I don't forget. I'm like, okay, I got to do it this way, this way, this way. Well, I'll send this recipe to you for this cauliflower rice. It's amazing. It's so good. Like the kids didn't even know what it was. And they were like, oh, this is good. What is it? I'll tell you when we're done. I'll tell you when you're done eating. But it's so good. It's
so
yummy.
For cauliflower rice, do you buy it as it's already looking like rice or you took the cauliflower and made it?
I buy it though. I buy it like that. As a matter of fact, that's like the only vegetable that was on the freaking stand in the store the other day. There was a bag of, it's just they cut it up already for you because that's a pain in the butt. That is a pain that, there's a particular way you're supposed to cut it.
I already like roasted cauliflower and I think the kids mostly like it. We just put like a little bit of salt and paprika on it and stick it, put some olive oil on it and shove it in the oven and
I mean, it's so if you buy this bag of this pre-cut cauliflower rice, right? Mm-hmm. You just put a little out. It's so easy to make because it's not like regular rice. You can't put don't put a lot of any liquid in it because it'll kill it. So you put I use olive oil. And then any other chopped vegetable you want to use, you put that in first, in with the olive oil, right? Mm-hmm. Because you don't want to cook the cauliflower as long. The cauliflower doesn't cook for very long at all. You put that in last. And then the recipe I use, I added tomato paste. And if you do it, use real garlic. There's a huge difference in taste.
You're making it sound like a risotto, and I don't like risotto.
No, it's not. It doesn't taste like risotto at all.
Okay.
You don't have to use tomato paste. I just thought it was delicious. I made it that way. You can make it anyway. You can make it just with olive oil I would add the garlic no matter what, but you know, I put garlic in everything.
Well, you know we got
Garlic,
fresh garlic.
onion.
Hold on. Here's what's left of our bag of garlic. Woo!
There you go. Yeah, you should always have
Girl,
garlic.
you ain't Italian if you don't have garlic in the house.
Yeah, garlic goes in everything. I mean, how can you even eat something without garlic in it? I mean, not everything. I don't put it in French toast, right?
I know when people say, oh, I can't stand when somebody has garlic on their breath, I'm like, oh, baby. Bring me that man with the garlic on his breath. Oh, roasted garlic's even better. The only thing better than when Bob has garlic on his breath is when he smells like barbecue, like he's been barbecuing meat outside. Oh.
Oh my God. I don't even want to touch this.
Well, that took a weird turn. Woo! Ernie's like, what? You're talking about food. I heard food mentioned. Ernie's weird. So what's your plans for this weekend?
You're so cute. I'm probably, you know what? I do actually have plans for this weekend. I'm going to, I've been working on, I'm really excited about this. So I've been touching up the stain on, I have wood cabinets and stuff. And I don't even know how they got that scratched up. And so I've been touching up the stain on it. And it looks amazing. I'm almost done. I have just a few cabinets left in the kitchen. I did my bathroom. I should send you some pictures so you can see it. But so I think the kids are going to see their dad, so I can finish the stain in the kitchen. Like I only do the kitchen staining when they're not here because they're in the kitchen all the time. They're boys. They want to freaking eat all this. Yeah. So if they're here, I don't want to come out every time they go in the kitchen, say, stay away from these cabinets. And you have to tell them every time because they're boys. Let me tell you something. They can't see something. Even if you post a sign there, they won't see it. Oh my God. Let me tell you, Dylan got up one day. This is so funny. He's going to kill me for doing this. But Dylan got up one day a couple weeks ago. And he comes back home. I was like, where'd you go? Oh, I went to the Dollar General because we were out of milk. And I said, well, what are you talking about? There's a whole thing of milk in the fridge. No, there's not. And I said, yes, there is. So I take him in. I'm like, it's right there. And he's like, oh my God. So for like a week, I would knock on the door. I'd say, Dylan, I was wondering if you could go to the Dollar General and get I'm so mean like that. I do that all the time. But they don't see anything.
At least he goes out to get the stuff. That's
a
nice thing.
He's good about that, but that was hilarious.
Do you keep the milk in the same place all the time?
I mean, my refrigerator is not overfilled, okay? You've seen my refrigerator. It's not that hard to see milk. Maybe he had to move something to the side, but I don't think he looked that hard. He was so mad the night before because he wanted milk. I think he wanted to make hot chocolate. Like, there's no milk. I really wanted milk last night. And I said, there's a whole thing of milk in the fridge. So they don't see stuff. And it's like Andrew's like, I was going to give the cat some more dry food, but I don't see it. It's in the pantry. It's not, I didn't see it. It's like at eye level in the pantry. For God's sake. Well, I don't see it. I said, you're in there every day. You're in the pantry every day. Okay.
He only knows what the snacks are.
I know. I just don't understand.
So I guess we should, I guess that's all we got to say for now. Hopefully everybody's going to stay safe in Texas.
And warm.
And warm and safe. So we hope you're having a good day and we'll talk to you soon.
We love you. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow There'll be sun. It's bottom dollar, right?
Yeah, it's bottom dollar.
Okay.